Dealing with noisy neighbors can be challenging, but there are several steps you can take to address the issue. Here are some expert tips to help you handle the situation. Talk to your neighbor calmly, approach your neighbor politely and express how their noise is affecting you. Explain the specific impact it has during your kids' school time. For instance, you can say, "Hi, I'm Mary. I share the wall with you and live next door. The noise sometimes keeps my kids awake during their school hours. Could we find a solution together?" Help them understand. Let your neighbor know how their noise is affecting you. Be honest and sincere. For example, if you have elderly relatives or young children at home, explain that excessive noise disrupts their routines. You could say, "I have a baby and it's hard to get them to stay asleep with all the noise. Can you please keep it down during certain hours?" Avoid confrontation. Refrain from blaming or accusing your neighbor. Instead, seek a solution. Confrontation may escalate the situation, so maintain a respectful tone. Involve your landlord or building manager. If direct communication doesn't work, consider asking your landlord or building manager to mediate the conversation. They can help facilitate a compromise or address the issue. Contact authorities if necessary. If all else fails, you can call your area's non-emergency police line to make a complaint. Reserve this step for extreme cases when the noise becomes unbearable. Remember, finding a peaceful resolution benefits everyone involved. Good luck in resolving the noise issue. I understand that dealing with inconsiderate neighbors can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you've tried to communicate with them and haven't received a positive response. Here are some additional steps you can consider. Keep records. Document instances of noise disturbances. Note the date, time, and details of each incident. This will be useful if you need to escalate the issue later. Review local noise ordinances. Research your local noise regulations. Most cities have specific rules regarding acceptable noise levels during certain hours. If your neighbors are violating these rules, you can use this information to support your case. Mediation services. Look into mediation services in your area. A neutral third party can help facilitate a conversation between you and your neighbors. Sometimes having a mediator present can lead to a more productive discussion. Legal action. Consult with a lawyer or legal advisor. If all else fails, you may need to explore legal options. Keep in mind that this can be a lengthy and costly process, so consider it as a last resort. Soundproofing. While it won't solve the root problem, consider soundproofing your living space. Community support. Talk to other neighbors who might be experiencing similar issues. A collective effort can sometimes have a stronger impact. Remember that you have a right to peaceful enjoyment of your home. If your neighbors continue to be uncooperative, consider seeking professional advice or legal assistance. I hope you find a resolution soon. Certainly. Let's explore the noise regulations in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. Here are the relevant guidelines. Occupational Health and Safety, OHS, regulations. The OHS code in Alberta specifies noise exposure limits for workplaces. These limits are measured in decibels, dBA, and vary based on the duration of exposure. 82 dBA, up to 16 hours. 83 dBA, up to 12 hours and 41 minutes. 84 dBA, up to 10 hours and 4 minutes. 85 dBA, up to 8 hours, common for most workplaces. And so on, with decreasing exposure times for higher noise levels. City of Lethbridge bylaw. The city has a bylaw that prohibits certain activities creating noise and aims to abate noise incidents. While I couldn't find specific decibel levels in the bylaw, it restricts noise during certain hours. Between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. from Monday to Saturday, and 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. on Sundays and holidays, you should avoid operating noisy equipment or making loud sounds. This includes activities like using lawn mowers, motorized garden tools, and power tools outside of buildings or structures. General Canadian guidelines. For residential areas, continuous amplified sound or sound made by electronic devices or loudspeakers should not exceed 50 dB. Additionally, from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., normal sounds should not exceed 50 dB. From 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., normal sounds should not exceed 55 dB. Remember that these regulations aim to balance the rights of residents while ensuring a peaceful environment. If your neighbors continue to violate these rules, consider seeking legal advice or mediation services. Certainly. Let's explore the noise levels associated with 50 decibels (dB) and 55 dB in everyday situations. 50 dB. A sound at 50 dB is considered moderate to low. Here are some common sounds that fall around 50 dB. Quiet office. Imagine the hushed atmosphere of a workplace where people are working quietly. Normal conversation, when 2 or 3 people engage in calm dialogue. Refrigerator running smoothly, the gentle hum of a well-functioning fridge. 55 dB. This noise level is still within the quiet range and is generally not considered harmful to human hearing. Examples of sounds around 55 dB include quiet suburb. Picture a peaceful residential area with minimal background noise. Quiet conversation. Similar to the previous example, a calm chat between friends or family. Quiet office, again, the subdued ambience of a workplace. Remember that even seemingly quiet sounds can impact our hearing if we're exposed to them for extended periods. Being aware of our surroundings and taking steps to protect our hearing, such as using earplugs or noise-canceling headphones, can help prevent long-term damage. Indeed, maintaining a quiet environment in the early morning can significantly reduce noise transmission to the downstairs tenants. By ensuring that your family keeps the noise level low during those hours, you're being considerate and respectful of your neighbors. Remember, good communication and empathy go a long way in fostering positive relationships with those around you. If you continue to face challenges, explore other solutions like soundproofing or seeking professional advice. Yes, you're absolutely correct. There are indeed mobile apps available that can measure noise decibels. These apps use your phone's microphone to detect sound levels and provide real-time feedback. Here are a few popular ones. Decibel X, available for both iOS and Android. Decibel X provides accurate decibel readings and even allows you to save measurement history. Sound Meter, another user-friendly app for measuring noise levels. It's available on both iOS and Android platforms. NIOSH Sound Level Meter, developed by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health NIOSH. This app is specifically designed for workplace noise exposure assessments. It's available for iOS devices. Remember to calibrate your phone's microphone properly and follow any instructions provided by the app. These apps can be handy tools to assess noise levels in your environment.